More than 10,000 people in just 2 months have registered to use an app to help make drones safer. Drone Assist from air traffic control provider NATS helps drone pilots avoid airports and airfields by providing them with an interactive map of airspace used by commercial air traffic. Users have also created nearly 5,000 reports using the app, allowing others to see where drones are already flying. It's all aimed at reducing the number of incidents where drones get dangerously close to aircraft. So what do the current rules and regulations mean for drone users? Well, at the moment, all drones weighing more than 7 kg mustn't be flown over 400 feet and always have to be in the pilot's line of sight. But most drone reports made by pilots to air traffic controllers are made at flight level, around 5,000 feet. Some even been reported at up to 35,000 feet. And reports of drones near aircraft are increasing. In 2014, only 6 incidents were reported. In 2015, that rose to 29. And in December alone last year, out of 21 reported near misses, 7 incidents involved drones, including a drone being flown into conflict with a Chinook helicopter. Now, if a person is found to have broken the rules on flying drones, for example, by going above the allowed height or flying over congested areas without permission, they can be fined up to £2,500. Well, Phil Binks is in charge of drones for NATS. He's here with me now. Welcome to you. Thank you for coming in. So what sort of damage, first of all, can drones cause? We heard a few of the examples, but how difficult can it be to maintain safety with drones uncontrollably all over the place?
Well, it is very, very difficult. Drones aren't easily seen on traditional air traffic radars, and that's a big problem for air traffic. So hence, we've gone down the route of launching this app to hopefully educate people to understand the airspace that they're flying in, and to highlight that not all airspace is the same, and if you're flying close to an airport, it could have consequences. It can cause disruption to that airport.
So, I mean, you don't want to get rid of drones altogether. That's not your remit.
Not at all. We want to encourage the use of drones. Drones are a fantastic new tool. They're a fantastic way of doing things. Media, for example, they use drones. You hear about delivery services potentially using drones. So there's lots and lots of new applications. So we want to encourage the use, but it just must be done safely. We need to interact them into airspace in a safe manner.
So you want everyone to use the airspace, but in a safe manner. I was looking at the safety video that you put out, and you've almost put the drone pilots on par with the aviation pilots.
Well, at the end of the day, under aviation law, if you're a drone pilot, you are considered an aviator, and therefore you must adhere to aviation law. But it's very, very complicated. So, working with the Civil Aviation Authority, we've come out with a drone code, which is 6 basic rules. Don't fly your drone above 400 feet, keep within visual line of sight, and so on, and for people to easily understand and therefore use their drone in a safe and responsible manner.
Yeah, we're playing a bit of that video now, and you've got the advice for the general aviation pilot and the advice for the drone pilot. What sort of feedback have you got from pilots? Because I would imagine, and then the way that we've heard the stories played out in the media so far, drones are the bane of their lives.
Commercial aviation, we spoke to commercial aviation before launching this app, and we got a positive feedback because we're doing something about safety. We're promoting where drones should fly and where they shouldn't fly. And we need to educate the drone user, who the vast majority have probably had no aviation experience whatsoever. So we need to think about how we're going to get the right message across so they understand airspace and where they can and cannot use their drone.
So this app will actually tell them where planes are at all times, is that right?
It won't tell you where individual aircraft are, but what it does is highlight airspace where commercial aviation fly and operate. So I don't know whether you can see the app at all, but what we have is red areas.
Yeah,
and the red area, you'll have a red area around an airfield, or you'll have the red areas highlighting airspace where commercial aviation
so
operates.
That's where they shouldn't go.
That's where they shouldn't be flying, because you need to keep. It's very, very difficult for the commercial aviator to see it. We also have on there other areas highlighted in yellow, and those are other things the drone operator needs to think about. For example, there could be privacy issues around drones, and we highlight schools. And we shouldn't really be flying a drone over a school. Other things like power lines. You need to think about where the power lines are, so we highlight those as well, another concern, which drone people need to have a think about what it is they're doing or where it is they're actually flying.
Just very quickly though, just one thought. If somebody wanted to use this information for evil purposes, you'd be highlighting exactly where they shouldn't be.
This is the information we put on the web, on the app is all accessible to the public. It's all out there in many forms on the internet. What we've tried to do, working with Altitude Angel, who've built the app for us, we've made it easy to find that information, because fundamentally it's really important for drones to be used in a safe and responsible manner, and that is the area we're targeting at the moment.
That's your primary goal, to keep the airspace
absolutely,
safe.
and this is what this app is aiming to achieve.
Okay, Phil Binks, thank you very much for sharing your expertise with us. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Now, a wedding dress